This is the sales price of the home. And you want to put down 10% as a down payment. So how much money would that be?
10,000.
Don't all answer at once.
10,000.
10,000. So in order to buy a $100,000 home, you need to bring to the table $10,000 as a down payment. If you bring to the table $10,000, how much does that make your loan amount? Don't answer, Sarah. If you put in $10,000 off of a $100,000 purchase, $90,000. So your principal, the part that the bank is loaning you is $90,000. Okay? That's called your principal. That's your nut. Okay? Then you have your interest payment. We will loan you $90,000 at a 4% rate. So we're going to charge you 4% each month. And that amount, I'm going to pretend because I don't know exactly the amount, but let's say that that's $120 a month. It's probably not, but your principal charge is going to be about, let's say, again, we're guessing just for conversation. That makes your principal and interest payment $11.20 a month, okay? Because you have to understand what goes into that. Again, it's all variables depending on what your sales price is, what you're putting down, it's all variables. But let's say that you start there, your principal and interest is your payment. A lot of people think they stop there, but that's not the entire package. You still have taxes and insurance. What happens is each county is going to charge you taxes each month to have that house. So your taxes, let's say in this case, we're going to make an example of it, $100 a month. It's not going to be that high, but just for conversation. So now you're up to $12.20 a month. And then you have to have insurance. And there are two kinds of insurance. Insurance number one is insurance that we talked about, the mortgage insurance. It's called PMI, private mortgage insurance. Let's say that's $50. And then you're going to have home insurance. Believe it or not, you have to have a mortgage, you have to have insurance on the mortgage, and you have to have insurance on the house. So let's say that's also $50 per month. So now you're at $13.20. This is the kind of insurance that's with State Farm or Allstate or any of these companies. This is private mortgage insurance is done through the lender. But you have to have all these things. So now you're up to $13.20. Okay? Now if you buy a condo or a townhouse, do you know what else is added on here? HOA, Homeowners Association monthly dues, which could be $100, $200, up to $300, $400 a month, depending on what you buy. That's still added here.
Yeah.
So another amount. So when people come up and they say, well, I think I'm going to be able to be loaned $90,000 at a 4% rate, so I only have to pay $1,000 a month, that's not true. There are additional costs to that. So this is what you sit down with your lender and say, how can I make this lower? How can I make that lower? How can I help do this? Okay? You could start with this is what I think I can afford each month, which is completely different from what you qualify for. If you say, I only want to spend $1,500 a month, but you qualify for $3,000 a month, let's not go there. Let's not go to the ultimate level of qualification. Why?
You don't want to be house poor.
Because you don't want to be house poor, and because guess what? If you want to remain under $1,500, but you actually qualify for $3,000, guess what that does for your wealth building? That actually allows you to potentially purchase a second property. See, 2 properties at $1,500 gets you to what you really qualify for.
Yeah.
Do you see the logic? So you want to keep your monthly payments as low as possible, get the most amount of house, think about a future potential for rental. These are all things to think about. They may not work for your scenario, but they're things to think about. Any questions so far? Okay.